In the last lesson, we were solving systems of equations by graphing. We would graph two lines and see where the lines intersect, and the ordered pair where they cross was the solution. Today, we're going to look at how to do some very simple solving by substitution. Same thing, we have system of equation, which means we have more than one linear equation. When we graph them, where they cross is going to be the solution. But we're going to see if we can figure it out mathematically, and then we're going to actually check it by graphing. So here we will see, remember we're looking for an ordered pair where they cross. Here you will see that we know what the x for our ordered pair is. X is -3. All we need to do is look to see what our y would be. We're going to do that by substitution. That means we're going to sub in x for x right here. So in place of x, we're going to put -3. When we do that, it looks like y is equal to -2 times -3 plus 1. We just substitute, this is where the x was, and we subbed in the -3. Now to solve, we follow our order of operations, and -2 times -3 is a +6. So we have 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So y is 7. So here's our order pair. X was -3. We solved and found that y was 7. So we think that when we graph these two lines, they are going to cross at -3, 7. So now we're going to graph and check to see if that's indeed where they cross. To graph the first line, remember we always start with our y-intercept, which is a +1. So we go to the y-axis and put a point on the 1. Our slope is -2, which is -2 over 1, which means down 2 to the right 1. So down 2 to the right 1, and we could do that repeatedly so that we can draw our straight line. It's very important to draw straight, accurate lines when solving systems of equations. The second line is just x is equal to -3. So on the x-axis, we go to -3, and we're going to draw a vertical line through the x-axis. When you do that, you will see that they do indeed cross at -3, 7. So we looked for the ordered pair, and then we graphed it to see if that's where they crossed. Remember, we're looking for an ordered pair, an x and a y. This time we're given the y. We know the y is equal to 4, so we're going to put that in for y. We have to solve for the x. So we're going to sub it into y this time. So be careful that you sub it into the correct variable. So when we do that, we have 4 is equal to 7/4 x minus 3. To solve for the variable x, first we want to get x by itself by doing a +3 on both sides of the equation. When we do that, we have 7 is equal to 7/4 x. If you remember, when a variable is being multiplied by a fraction, we have to multiply by the reciprocal. We flip it. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4/7. 7/4 times 4/7 is just 1, so that becomes the invisible 1. Don't be afraid of the fraction here. You have 4/7 times 7 over 1, but when you look at this, you'll notice that if you cross cancel, these become 1. Down here, all you have are 1, so they go away. And you just have 4 times 1 on top, so x is equal to 4. So we think the ordered pair is 4, 4. So we're going to graph it and see if that is true. Y equal to 4, we go to 4 on the y-axis, and this time we're going to make a horizontal line opposite of the axis. Start with the y-intercept of -3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go up 7 to the right 4, and when you do that, you will see that it indeed crosses right here. So we solved by substitution, and then we graphed both lines to check to see if it was going to cross at the ordered pair that we found. One more example. Remember, we're looking for an ordered pair. Here is the x. So our x is -4. We're looking for the y. So we're going to sub it into x. So you're going to have 3/2 x times a -4. Don't be afraid of a fraction here. 3/2 times a -4. They're going to cross cancel nicely for you. 2 and 4 are both divisible by 2. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 2. Look right down here. They're 1s. They go away. All that you have is 3 times -2. So that's a -6. -6 plus a +3 is -3. So we think they're going to cross at -3, -4. This is the solution. Let's graph both lines. We're going to start at a y-intercept of 3. 1, 2, 3. Our slope is 3/2, so we go up 3 to the right 2, or down 3 to the left 2, and that creates a line there. Then we have x is equal to -4, so we go to -4 on the x-axis, and the line goes the opposite direction. That is not in the right place. X is equal to -4, which would be here. Sorry about that. But you will see that they are going to intersect right there. Sorry about that line being in the right place. When it says x is to -4, you go to -4 on the x-axis, and the line goes in the opposite direction. But either way, the lines do cross at -4, -3. Solving systems by substitution.